Welcome, everyone, to a virtual evening with the Underground Gym. I'm your host, Adam Scaff of the Digital Media Program, and I have with me the proprietor of this wonderful organization, Peter Panetta. Peter, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Good
How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Right on.
So tell us about the gym. We got great things coming, don't we?
Yeah, it's just it's coming together slowly but surely. So right now they're putting the boxing ring together. It's probably the main theme at the Underground. That's what we do mostly, and then there's other things that are coming together. We have a games room over here with ping pong tables, and we got a pool table coming soon. Our kitchen's going to be built quite soon. There's other programs going on. There's a computer lab. There's a game room. No, what would you call that? Like a Xbox thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, video games.
Video games and that. And craft room, music room, tutoring room, hairdressing room, and probably a lot more once we get our upstairs fixed up.
Wow.
So there's a lot of options. You know.
Yeah, sounds like you're offering a lot for the kids, right?
Yeah, well, that's the idea. The idea is to provide as many opportunities as possible. Not everybody wants to box. Not everybody wants to paint. So they might just find their niche somewhere. You know.
Well, how does that happen usually with the kids? Do you find, like, when they come in, they want to, let's say, get fit or box, do they usually stick with that? Do they end up going into something else?
It depends. I mean, I actually want everyone that comes through here to learn the basics of boxing, because it's a life skill that you need probably to be able to help you. You never know. You just never know if you're going to have to use it. At least you won't be covering up. Instead, you'll know what to do, you know. So, but I mean, competitive boxers, no, there's not that many, because it takes a lot of work to get to there and a lot of commitment. And but when they do, they're rewarded quite nicely.
Right.
Yeah.
And in terms of, what have you seen in terms of, let's say, scheduled tournaments or fighting, like within the city?
There's none here.
There's nothing.
Not for
Nothing.
boxing. There hasn't been a boxing show even for at least 15 years, maybe as long as 20 years.
Wow.
So this ring that we're building right now is a mobile ring that it's hopefully, it's supposed to be built so it's disassembled and reassembled so we can put on shows in Thunder Bay. And we plan on doing that. So once COVID is gone, then we're going to be able to provide that.
Well, that'd be great.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
It'd be awesome.
And then it'll give, my competitive boxers that I have now, when they put on the shows and the kids go and watch it, they'll say, oh man, I want to do that too.
Yeah.
So it'll inspire them to do that, you know?
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like when we have that misconception, right, about boxing and combat sports in general as being violent, promoting violence. And how do we dispel that, you know?
Well, it's a safe sport. It's actually, amateur boxing is extremely safe. You go to any competition, I mean, honestly, I know one of my boxers, unfortunately he's passed away since, but when he competed in Toronto at, I think it was the Brampton Cup, if I'm not mistaken, he was sparring, and so the opponent was extremely aggressive, had him against the ropes, so they gave him a standing 8 count. If you get 2 of them in the same round, it's over. So once that dude knew that, he came back and did the same thing. But he's an excellent fighter, so he's not getting pounded, so they stopped the fight real quick. So there's headgear, there's a mouth guard, so they're using usually 12-ounce gloves, you know, for competition. It depends, some 10-ounce, but it's a safe sport.
Yeah.
They stop it before anybody gets it. If they see somebody a little bit dizzy, they stop it.
Right.
So it's pretty safe. Well, go watch hockey for a bit and see what happens there.
Absolutely.
You know? So.
Yeah, we kind of forget about those sports, right?
Yeah,
where people
no
are getting
kidding.
bashed around like nothing.
But you know, I mean, it is a sport. You know, it's not. You're not there to beat up. And I mean, you see the guys. I mean, even my boys when they're sparring, and they pound each other pretty good, and then they hug each other after. You know, it's just they're not there to hurt each other. It's a sport. They're trying to, you know, get some points in, because it's a points game, eh?
Yeah.
It's not like professional boxing where they're trying to knock the person out. They're not trying to do that, you know. So yeah, it's a pretty cool sport.
It seems like it.
Yeah, it is.
I can't say I've ever really stepped into a ring before, right? But
well, you will soon.
I will. That's the plan. I'd love to. Well, how about MMA's come along, especially like so strong in the past 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
And we've had, apart from Mayweather, who have been the big guys in the industry, making a statement, making a name. It's not quite like what's been happening with MMA.
Correct.
How do you feel about that?
Well, my personal feelings about MMA, I'm not a big fan.
Yeah.
I know there is skill involved, especially in the grappling and stuff, but I don't know, man. Once they get somebody and they start pounding and blood
Yeah.
squirting all over, looks like a street fight to me, you know.
Right.
So I'm not a big fan of street fighting. So I know it is a sport, but it's to me it's more violent, much more violent than boxing. And you're talking about MMA. I actually am so naive because I don't really know. Is there an amateur MMA and a professional MMA? Is there both? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like
I
if there
think
is,
so.
if there is
That's,
amateur, is it the same? Do they take the same precautions as they do in boxing? Like I don't know. I have no idea. But I mean, honestly, and that was brought up just the other day too about opportunities at the underground. So, you know, if there's a wrestling coach that wants to come here, and we did have that in the past, I welcome it. Kickboxing, sure. MMA, oh, I'm just going to step back just a bit. But if that's what the kids want,
Yeah.
I will give it to them.
Right.
Because after all, this is their place, not mine.
Right.
So if that's what they want, they'll get it. Even though I'm not a big fan, but so what? It's not about me, it's about them. You know?
Right. That's a good point you make about the risk involved. I mean, what do you have involved in MMA? You have grappling, punching, kicking. It's a plethora of possible attacks, right?
Yeah.
Boxing, I think, in my opinion, you feel that graceful aspect when you watch
Oh, man.
it.
It's highly technical.
Right.
People don't even realize how technical boxing is.
Mhm.
I mean, the fine tuning, and when you see it done properly, it's it's an art form.
Right.
It really is. I mean, you know, it's not about just jumping in there and start hammering them. You know, it's not that.
Yeah.
There's a real skill involved. If I could have these two boys put a show on for you to show you how well
Yeah.
that is performed, it's unbelievable, you know. And it takes a lot of work, and the conditioning is brutal, you know, but hey, like I told them the other day when we were training and they had a really hard workout, I said, it's actually even harder in there, so you might as well go through this, because you're going to get killed in there if you're not in good shape for it, you know. So, and I don't mean that literally kill. I mean, I'm talking about you're going to get,
Yeah.
you know, you're not going to be able to last the 3 rounds.
Right.
You know. I've had some good fighters that were not in good shape, and the first round they won easily. Second round they started gassing out. By the third round they were done. It was
Right.
because they were out of shape. You know.
Well, I guess you can't can't rely on your muscles alone, right?
No, and actually there's two different formats of getting in shape. There's this getting in shape with the push-ups and the abs and everything else here, and then there's also the ring shape as well. Two different things altogether. You know, it's a whole different conditioning. You could go run a marathon and then try to do 3 rounds in there. That's harder than running a marathon.
Well,
You know, especially when you're in with a competitive fighter.
right. Speaking of which, how is it like in terms of your local fighters? Do you do it in terms of like a class system, or is it more of age back when you were having the events pre-COVID?
Oh, no, I mean, we had the last competition, we went to the Ontario Winter Games, and we took, how old was he, Nick, when we took him? Was he 10? Brandon, do you remember? 11? So yeah, so we took an 11-year-old, and then the oldest would have been, I think, Brandon, you were the oldest, eh?
Yeah.
For the Ontario Winter Games, so he was 18, so at the time, 17, 18. So yeah, there's a range, and if they're ready, then they go, you know. So, but when I train now, like the classes there's a separate class for, I'll call them competitive fighters or soon to be competitive fighters. They're in one class, which is a brutal class, and then you've got the up and comings that have to earn their way into that class. So they have to prove themselves before they can come into that class.
Okay, so it's not as if they're just matched on their weight and their like
No, not for
experience,
training.
it's more,
Not for training. But I mean, the ones that are up and coming, they're generally pretty young. You know,
right.
10 and under, give or take.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a 6-year-old, man, I love this kid, man. His name is Chase. He's got He's got so much potential. I mean, a coach, I've been coaching for almost 30 years now, and you know, you can see it right away. Right away whether they're going to be or they're going to succeed or not. This little kid is amazing, man. I mean, if I can get him to, you know, focus. I mean, for a 6-year-old, it's pretty hard, but it is possible. You show him some, you know, give him some incentive and get him to keep working. This kid's going to be a good boxer, and he's only 6.
That's impressive.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. So I mean, they're few and far between when you see a natural come through, but they are there, you know. And the others, everybody succeeds. It just some take a little bit longer. That's all, you know.
So what are some gives that you think, hey, this guy or girl has talent, has potential that you see in a young person, in terms of when they're around, when they're sparring, when they're playing, or can you just tell, like, from the way they?
Well, it's generally when the first thing shows that if they have, they by themselves, you don't even say nothing. Right away, I saw that little Chase. The first thing when he came to the gym, he was on that treadmill, on his own. Nobody told him to go on that treadmill. He's there and he's pushing himself on his own. That's the first thing. You're getting some kind of a signal.
Yes, that's right.
Is it shut
our
up,
signal.
Peter? Or is it shut up, Peter? Yeah.
In more kind words. Now we have something very special for you all. It's going to be a ceremonial dance with our special guest, Elder John.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tamara Gagnon, and I'm here to introduce my father, Elder John. Elder John has been working at DFC as their elder for a couple of years now, and showing the kids the traditional side of our culture is one of his biggest, I say, accomplishment, you know. But here to tell you more about the dance that's going to happen today is my father, and he's going to be doing the crow hop. So I'll let him describe it. Sure.
Yeah. The crow hop is one of the favorite dances in a powwow, and it's usually a crow hop is usually used like when you have a competition. And usually traditional dancers, they like dancing the crow hop. And the fancy dancers like the grass dancers and you know those fancy dancers that have 2 bustles, they're the ones who really love doing the crow hop. I myself am a what they call as a woodland dancer. I dance with mainly all this beadwork that I have on here. Most of them were made personally for myself from some of the elders that I work with at DFC. They made me these beadwork, and some of them were made by the high school kids that were there. And then some of them would give me some of their, you know, gifted me with some of the beadwork. But getting back to that crow hop, it is a very exciting dance to watch in a powwow. When, like I said, they're mainly used for competition powwows. And the drum beat that you hear on the crow hop, it's kind of different. It's not like the regular beats that you get with the. There's all kinds of different styles of dancing in our tradition and our cultural, but I find this one very exciting. And there's another dance that we do. It's called duck and dive. Duck and dive is a dance that it originated from United States, American Indians. That's the ones. They're the ones that discovered that dance. But the crow hop is the dance that It's a dance that it's like it mimics a crow. And you ever see a crow on in the park somewhere? You see when it's how it bounces around, how his legs, everything go. That's the kind of dance. That's what the dancers are mimicking. And most of our dances that we do, it is a part of the animals, like the birds and like the butterflies. There's a dance. There's the dancers. They're called shawl dancers. They call them, and they're mimicking how a butterfly. How a butterfly dances. They have a shawl, and then their dance step.
A butterfly flap, like
Yeah,
how they flap their wings.
like
Yeah.
they're flapping their wings.
Yeah.
And you see in their foot. You see their footwork, the footwork that they use. Those are all those kind of dances. They're all been brought down through generations. Yeah. So those things were brought together by ancestors, just like this crow hop. It was developed in around the 1900s by the American tribes, and North American tribes, I should say, and then and we learn how to do those dances because we mimic the experienced dancers on how they dance. That's the thing about learning how to become a powwow dancer. You always have to look at other dancers, how they dance. That's how you learn how to dance. Then you start. They call it that. You start to dance. You get your own style. Everybody starts dancing their own style, but it's relatively the same dance. And then
Just like any artist, you get inspiration from other artists, music, painting, all the like, and then you develop your own. And it is art, this dance.
Exactly. That's what it is. It derives from from all cultures. Every culture has their different styles of dancing. Like you got the Japanese. Their women. They have a beautiful dance, and then you got your African tribes. They have their dances. Everybody has their different ways of showing. Mainly, it's showing their culture, what their culture is all about. Everybody has a different ways of showing how their cultural, how vibrant their culture, especially the dances, how they can be. So when we dance these on these songs, these dances in the powwows, when we have powwows, we have. Everybody's welcome, of course, in a powwow. Nobody ever gets turned away from the powwow. So it's to bring everybody together. Yeah. So that's hopefully we can get that back. Yeah. When we are going to get it back. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. That's a beautiful way to put it. And we can't wait to see it. So, all right, please wait for my signal. And I'm just going to sneak off right here. Get ready. Hello, welcome back. We're here with Star, and she has been here at the underground gym for how many years now?
Going on 11.
11. That's a long
Yes.
time. So at what age did you start coming here? 8. Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's very young. Well, first, why don't you tell us a little about yourself?
Well, I'm 18, gonna be 19 soon. And basically this is the main part of my life, the underground. I grew up here. It was always in my neighborhood and stuff like that, so yeah. Still trying to get my high school too.
Yeah, of course. Given how long you've been here, and I guess it's safe to say that Peter is a sort of like a mentor in a way.
I'd
Just,
say he's more than a mentor.
Do you want to explain?
Well, growing up, a single parent, my mother, she did her best, and being one of the oldest siblings, I'd have to step up and help out around the house more often. And then coming to the underground gym, it was kind of like my place where I can be a kid, where I can have fun and not worry about who's going to be throwing in the next load of laundry, you know? And then as I got older and started growing up more, I had to experience some stuff in life that no kid should experience. And I had very limited supports, so I turned to Peter. I was like, hey, this is bothering me. And then since then, he's just been like a father figure to me, because he's always been there when my father couldn't be. So, yeah, that's the type of person he is. He's very caring, does what he can.
It's very important.
Yes.
It's a very important connection. Everyone needs that, no matter what age you are.
Yeah, for sure.
And already spending some days with you all, that's the kind of vibe that this place gives off. You know, like someone is always going to be there to talk to you, or it's just a place to just escape whatever's going on at home.
Yeah, and like some of the kids that come around now, I do see that because I was in their place before, so I have kind of like a way of connecting with them through that, and then yeah.
It's wonderful. So, with all these years, what type of how do I say this? What type of values have you learned, or just lessons have you learned being here?
Well, the main lesson that I've learned was there's only one way to go when you're in a really dark place, and that's up. Because you reach rock bottom, there's no more farther down you can go. So that's one of the lessons that is very helpful for me. And also taking things one day at a time. Like, it may be a bad day, but that doesn't mean it's going to be a bad life.
Exactly. It's a beautiful way to put it too.
Yeah.
Thank you. So you mentioned to me, and Peter always, every opportunity he gets, he mentions that you've had experience with interviews before.
Yes.
Would you like to describe those?
I guess the biggest interview I've had was for a little short documentary about Indigenous mental health for youth.
Yes, I saw it. It was really beautiful.
Yes, Falling Feathers, that was a few years ago. And then we did touch bases, me and the director, we did touch bases about the underground gym, and it was mentioned of how it helped me with my mental issues.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. So now I'd like to move on to our next segment. It's featuring our elder John again, and we are going to be doing a smudging ceremony.
Okay. Before I start a smudge, I usually say a little prayer to the Creator and the grandfathers, grandmothers. So I'll begin. Say it in the language first, and I'll English. Yeah. Abusho. Jemnatu. Abusho. Mishomas. Abusho Gokumas. How the summer in Jabisha Ekama. Omo Igaki Duan. Inadwenman Gijemnatu. Omo Jabisha and Omo. The underground gym and Jagateg. Jabijan, no more just one, the Matok, Guanak, Gumagabu Shao, Bono Chansik. Mino show it there. Peter got to know it's me where that happened and Guma. Bono Chansik, not the Mohawk. Jim no mad to say odds. On get going just jobs this yard. Me the show on Janan Kicho at the when get Zach Ack going when we change it. Me a show on you shown to do the girl. None to one now none to one mag no when we change it in the nipple mat the odds. Me this is a God's man I know go shame to do just one of my dog can away come on any boy odds. Mina says, "Jane, you should." My dog can have been to get out. So go, she gonna wind my dog. Me gwitch. So I said hello to the Creator, the grandfather, the grandmothers, and all the spirits. I asked them to come in here, to be with us, to come and support all these kids that come here, to support the program and to support them for what they're looking for. And I asked the Creator to bless Peter, the one that started this underground. I know you support him really hard because where he's at here right now, that's all his doing. That's all you're doing, the Creator, God. Well, however what you want to call him. We only have one. So I asked him here to bless all the kids that come in here and come and join in this the programs they have here. I especially asked him to bless all these kids. And especially the one that is running this place, the one that cares for you guys. It's right there. He does this out of from here, from his heart. And he loves you guys. And I love coming here. And he asked me a little bit earlier yesterday. He asked me, what can I do for kids? Oh, I told him lots. And I'm going to be part of this place. You're going to see a lot of myself, because there's a lot of work. He needs a lot of help. Everybody pitch in and do their part, and we could benefit. I just want to say a quick one more little prayer before we start the smudging. It's a short one. I just ask, may Creator God bless you and your loved ones. May He keep you all safe in these dark times that we're having, this COVID. He's going to take it away. Right, Peter? Yeah, we're going to be okay. This place is going to be overwhelming. That's why I say Peter needs help. If you got some kind of a gift, like dance maybe, craft or whatever, just come in, help out, and show what you can do. Show how you can help these young kids survive in this world that we're living in. Sometimes it gets pretty hard, and we need people like him. People like myself, I work with high school students, DFC. You know, it's a hard job, but when you love doing that kind of work, it doesn't get hard. So Chumi Wedge for the college crew for inviting me to come and do the dance. I love doing that dance. I was a little bit rusty there, but I don't know if you could tell, but
It has been a year, sir.
yeah, I love dancing, and especially I love working with the young kids right here. That's why I work with them, and I lost some kids, as well as yourself, Peter. You lost some kids. That's very emotional when you go to that part, but we could survive, right? And we'll carry on because of them, right? I'm glad to meet these young ones here. I can't wait to tell them some Indian legends, some scary stories. And they will be scared, right, Tamara? Some of the stories I got.
Well, they scared me when I was a kid, so.
You can even get them scared even right now. But anyways, I'll just leave it there because sometimes I get long-winded, so she wants to cut me off.
No, I don't.
But I'm super happy to be here. And like I said, I will be around. Maybe I could teach you guys some dance steps. Yeah. Even Peter, I can teach him how to become a traditional dancer. Yeah. We'll make him his own outfit. Yeah. So, what else? Let's start the smudging.
Yep.
We'll start the
Thank you.
smudging now. Like I was saying here before, there's this one guy from France. Frenchman. He's a better dancer than me. What you said about your country where you're from? They love our culture.
They do.
And this guy, he lived and breathed our culture. Wow. Dancing. Wow. He made his own outfits. He even made his own, those bustles they call it. He made his own everything. Wow. And he gifted me with a drumstick made out of bone. He gave me that summer. I gave him something. Cool. That's how it is. We all work together.
Oh, for sure.
Give each other gifts and stuff. Yeah. All the culture keeps going, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So we're going to start the smudging then.
Sweet. I'm smudging like 2 years.
Clear all the toxins.
For real.
You have smudged before, right? Smudging is like you're washing your face and washing your hair. Turn out.
Get his bum too. He stinks. Hang on, I'm not done yet. Okay.
I knew they were going to do that.
I never stopped.
No, they never leave me alone. Oh, this, oh, I didn't smudge the beard, that's right too. You guys are.
Okay, I'll do the back. Okay, I'm not done. Okay.
Thank you. Oh, I guess I'll do it too.
Can you smudge
Mhm.
more often than once? Like,
Oh, I can spend it every day. Two, 3 times a day if you want. I'll tell you a little story on why I do this. Okay. Why? Go ahead. Why I do that is it's taught by an elder that how to do that a little bit more. He told me the story about the eagle feather. See the white tips, I mean the white bottom like that. Some feathers they go pretty far, white parts. And he told me the eagle is a very sacred to our cultural. It's a very sacred bird. And he's the only bird that can go really high to a point where, you know, he can reach the creator, where the creator's realm is, like, you know. And that's why sometimes he gets so far up there. That's why the feathers go like so white. And the reason why I do the smudging that way is I'm brushing away those negativity in people's body, because sometimes that negativity weighs down on your shoulders, and you can actually feel that weight sometimes of how far it can get. And that's why I do that. I'm brushing them, hitting them, especially in your part. When I do that to your head, I'm getting rid of that negativity that's in there, taking it out so it can go up with the smoke. And the creator takes it and takes it away from you, so you can, you know, function a little bit better. Now it wants to smoke. But anybody wants some more? No. You want your legs done? Okay. Okay. Anybody else? No? Good.
yeah, Peter wants more. I don't want to do. Somebody's go check and see, Brandon. Somebody's at the door.
Yeah,
Please.
I heard it earlier.
Even on my legs as well. Okay. Thank you very much.
Just wanted to say a little bit more about the culture. See the way I'm dressed here. This is usually what I wear when I do a lot of smudging all over the place, all over. Organizations come and help me, come ask me to help them out. You know, that vaccine clinics they have, they ask me to come in there and help out, do a prayer, smudge the people that are giving those needles. And when I wear my hanky I got on right now, it's just it's the way I'm taught by my elders. The Creator recognizes who I am, dressed like that. And when my daughter is dressed up the way she is, with her skirt and that, she's dressed up like that because she's because of what we're doing, the ceremonies. She's respecting the ceremonies. That's how she's taught by myself, like that, and her mom. We teach her how to dress like that, especially when you have this kind of ceremony going on. You have to respect the Creator. You have to show them that that you're really in this. We're not here. I'm not here for a show. I'm here from my heart, from Him. when I do these kind of ceremonies, I don't write anything down. It all comes from here, especially the prayers and all that. I had something written down over there, but something. I'm getting old. I can't remember too good. So I'm very honored to be invited here in this place.
We're honored to have you.
And I feel the very positive energy in here. I felt that as soon as I walked in here yesterday with my daughter. Right away I felt that, and it's just boom, it just hit me. And that energy, and it's positive like that, kids are going to be so happy. When you have when I worked in that high school, hopefully I get back there because I missed them so much. When they walk into that elders room, we call it, where we work, we cook, we do crafts and everything with them. When the kids walk in there from their break, honest to God, that place just lights right up, just like how bright it is in there. It's how it goes. Most people can see that, but most people can't see that. But I myself, I could see that. And that same kind of light is right in here. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about a different light. It's here. I could see it in those boys. I could see it in that young lady there. It's in yourself. You have that. So miigwech. So I guess I'm going to be done. But I wanted to ask Peter if I could smudge the whole place.
I would be honored.
Yeah, so I'm going to do that right now.
So while Elder John continues with his smudge, I would like to introduce Adam again, and he'll be doing some more interviews.
Yeah.
Thank you. Miigwech.
This is a little bit more of the recreations room. And as such, we have two regulars, fellas who love to spend their time here. And we're going to get to chatting with them. Kevin, Bren, thank you guys for being here.
Anytime for sure. Yeah.
So, what brought you guys to the underground gym in the first place?
Well, I started coming here when I was 7, so that's like a long time ago. I started coming here because people used to pick on me. I used to be really skinny and just try to defend myself and learn how to box. But I took it more serious after that, and yeah, just keep it short.
Right.
I started coming to the underground gym in 2017. One of my student counselors told me I had to come here because I've been getting too much fights at school. And so I came here the next day, and I met Peter for the first time, and he talked to me. And I seen him and Nick and Mateo. Some pretty good boxers.
Nice.
And yeah, ever since then I just kept on coming back because I met lots of great people here. You feel like a family here.
Nice.
Feel at home. Get some pretty good bonds with some people here.
Nice.
Good vibes.
Yeah. Peter's he's like a father figure. He's like my role model and stuff.
That's awesome. So what else do you guys do when you come down here? Because it's not just boxing and health and fitness, right? You got a lot to do.
At the end of the day, when you come here, it's all about socializing, and no bullying goes around here. Everyone's friends with each other. Everyone just shows positive vibes off each other. And basically what we're trying to do here is just make everyone feel welcome, especially the kids, because, you know, what do you think this all is for? Is for the kids. Plus with the gym, keeping them healthy, keeping them in a good feeling mood, and just, you know, stay happy mentally and feel good physically.
Some of the kids here, it's kind of like a getaway place. You know, I don't know, some families are kind of, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but you know,
And
it's not safe for them either sometimes. And I don't know. Some kids just, you know, they kind of go through it, and some of the kids here, they're safe here.
Yeah.
They feel like. I know that.
they get to be themselves around here, basically, you know?
Yeah.
You don't have to fake your personality. You can just come here and just be yourself and connect to people, making friends, with people, anything.
Yeah, I could tell you I saw it immediately, like the open, non-judgmental vibe the place gives off. Peter's nurturing nature. It's all really evident. So you guys have made some good friends over the years through this place too, right? Like it's really
Close
helped your
ones
social lives,
and
right?
social lives ones, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And basically just boxing too, you know, just keeping healthy and just being in a good mood every day,
Nice.
best as you can.
So what are your goals when it comes to boxing in the long run?
In the long run, it's just for fun, you know. But I mean, when I first came here, I did have a goal, but then things in my life changed, and I'm just here for fun. I want share my knowledge of boxing to like younger kids and new boxers that want to come and learn and stuff. It's kind of what I want to do, be like a role model to some people.
I'm gonna just feed off what he said, and yeah, I kind of feel like my prime's up, so I'm just here to just teach the kids, and I want to be like Peter actually. Hopefully, maybe one day run the gym and take it real serious on that note. So yeah.
That's a great goal to have, man. Absolutely.
For sure.
So how has being at the underground gym helped you guys in terms of, let's say, obviously you're not getting into fights anymore like you used to be, right? And you guys, like, how do you feel it helps your day-to-day life? Like in what sense?
Really, it helps me to stay out of trouble, and honestly, I haven't came here in so long, and I was dealing with a lot of gang-related activity, going to jail, and just no good stuff from it. And all of a sudden I come back here, and there's a big old smile on my face. My positive and my personality changed back to where it was when I first came here, and just being happy, you know, trying to live your life as healthy as possible, with no negative stuff, just positive vibes all around, you know. It's really changes who you are when you come here.
Yeah, that's what you said. For me, every time I come here, I usually come here like first thing in the morning to help Peter, and it really kind of changes my whole mindset. I have to wake up at a certain time, go help Peter, and because right now it's been kind of hard to find a job because COVID and stuff, and there's nothing really to do at home besides getting in trouble. And when the gym was burnt down, the old one, and it was closed for like a whole year, I got myself into a bunch of trouble, and just the whole life just kind of went downhill. And I'm so happy the gym is back. And I was here when he first bought the place, so I got to see what it looked like before, and just seeing how everything just plays out in this gym is surreal to me, and it's just been keeping me busy, and it makes me happy to see the progress that we made, how long we came.
Basically, just still feels like chapter one. We're just gonna keep on going.
Yeah, exactly.
Jinx. Yes, yeah, you said it first though. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it's like a second home to me. So it keeps me busy, occupied, and gets some things off my mind. And through boxing, just gets my aggression out.
Cool. Yeah, huge impact, right? In your lives, and not just you guys, but so
Especially
many,
the
right?
upcoming one, the next generation.
Yeah.
'Cause I got a daughter myself, so she's only like 2. I'm gonna start taking her here
Nice.
soon, and basically, you know, just let the next generation enjoy this wonderful place.
Yeah, and it's important, right, that we are in such a kind of high traffic area for, you know, people in a wayward position, right? This place is just here. It's like a beacon for little downtown, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And I wanted to ask you guys, like, in the old gym, right, you're kind of limited on space comparatively. Now in here, you know, obviously we have, don't have the same freedoms as before with some of the regulations, but how have you adapted to the new building itself, and what do you think of it?
Honestly, I think it's amazing and how everything we got so far, and how far it's come in less of this time. And there's so much room here, so it's still love the old gym, but this is a new beginning for sure.
It's the next chapter.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's an exciting chapter to be writing.
Yes, sir. Writing it up right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's like so much more opportunities here at this new place now. But the old one, like, it's definitely going to be loved and remembered. Because, like, you know, it's an OG place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the original. And this is a new place, but then this place brings, you know, it's so much more bigger. You know, you can like do so much more here with, you know, like all the rooms, and like just creates more privacy for, like, you know, like tutoring and like teaching music. Because you can just shut the door and that's it. But the old one, you just had to like, you're like out there in the open, so it's kind of like distracting me. But here it's like more privacy, like, you know, for like tutoring and teaching. Yeah. And you have a more functional computer lab here too.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know just like what the underground gym offers people who come by, right?
Yeah, and now we're just having someone else teaching to cut hair now, like a barber or whatever.
Nice.
There's just going to be so much opportunities for kids here now than say what we had before. You know, we're trying to make it more better, expand more on things what we can do here, and basically just give kids a socializing skill in life. You know, talk to one each other, build friendships, and just build memories. You know, you need that in life for sure.
Yeah, I think that's the thing we kind of forget about is not all socializing is good socializing, right? Like what goes on here is always positive, uplifting, and always meant to like grow people, right? That's
For sure.
And how have you seen that amongst like some of your friends or the, you know, people you've gone to meet here? How has their lives changed? Like any stories you'd like to share?
Let's see.
One of our buddies, Colin, just recently passed away. Before he was getting in lots of trouble and stuff, and you know, when he came to boxing, I remember him his first day. Kind of we sparred, and he kind of didn't want to come back. And he came back the next day, anyways. And ever since then, he's just been dedicated. You know, he'd be like mopping up the floors, be getting out of trouble, he got himself a job. So it kind of like made like a positive impact on his life. And then, like I said, like we lost him. So like once the gym burned down, I guess he kind of just went back to like the old ways, I guess. And yeah, he's just gone now, passed away.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear. It shows you, right, how impactful something like this place could be in a person's life and how needed it is. Like COVID-19 and the lockdowns have really put a damper on all that. And I don't know, like how you guys feel, but like losing that access, right, that you had before, how has it impacted you guys personally?
Just like the access now.
Yeah, over the past year or so on the COVID.
It's helped me a lot, honestly. Everyone has a shitty 2020, you know. And, just coming here just helps it way more. You know, you don't feel poopy anymore. So, yeah, just it helps a lot. It helps a lot for sure. For sure. Keep you on your toes.
So what do you guys like to do to get in shape, like apart from the actual boxing practice?
Just lots of running, skipping rope, bunch of cardio. What else? Ab works, ab workouts. Yeah, a lot of conditioning, because that's what boxing is.
Yeah, like back-to-back workouts. Like yesterday we just did the stairs. We ran up the stairs and down the stairs, back up, and we did squats. And we ran back down the stairs, back up, and we did push-ups, and back down, back up the stairs, and we did sit-ups. So just like that non-stop. So that's some pretty good conditioning. That's like that gets you like in shape. Gets your cardio up and like working your whole body, muscles and stuff. Yeah, like.
Interesting, yeah. So when it comes down to it, like the actual boxing time, you guys have like matches you put on yourselves or through, or is it more like sparring, practice, jabbing, you know, like
sparring.
Bunch of technical work.
Yeah.
Technical work. We usually have some fun though here and there. When we're all, when the rust is all said and done and it's gone, you're out there just slamming each other, blasting each other. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, we give each other hugs because we don't mean any harm. It's a sport. Of course, it's going to get physical. So at the end of the day, it's all love. We're trying to get each other better every day.
The competitions are pretty cool too because you get to get away from Thunder Bay for a bit and just hang out with the boys.
Yeah.
And Peter
Yes,
and
sir.
I went to about I think 3 or 4 competitions, and it was really nice because it just took me away from Thunder Bay. I need some time away from Thunder Bay because kind of toxic this whole city. And just the whole thing, just like going to a different city is such a cool experience.
Yeah.
And, just a good time.
It's a vibe.
Yeah, I think everyone needs a little time out of Thunder Bay once in a while, right?
That's for sure. Yeah. Too much of this city can drive you crazy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, we got our issues here. I mean, there's no sugarcoating it, right?
No, never. Doesn't taste like sugar.
Well, yeah, I mean, let's be honest here, right? We got our issues. We got a lot needs to be fixed, and it's guys like Peter who are doing it, right? At the end of the day, the impact places like this have are just like, I don't know, to me astronomical.
Yeah.
Because I see it on you guys, I see it on the other people I've met. It's clear as day to me.
For sure.
Absolutely. So, what about food? That's another aspect, like a fighter, right? Like, what does a fighter eat?
I thought you were talking about like donations, diets?
Yeah, I want to know what a fighter eats.
Honestly, you're just like watching your weight. So like, Kevin, I'd say like you're like he weighs like 160. So that's the he's just like
He's monkey
like,
right now.
he's just munching the waist.
He's good eats right now.
But you always have to like sweat it off, so you want to like manage like because I don't know how to explain it, but like the way you're walking around, that's kind of the weight class you want to, unless you want to cut down. Like me, I'm 200, which is kind of crazy. I'm a fat guy, but I used to fight at 145, which was pretty light. Then I moved up to 160, which was his weight. And now I'm 200, so for me, I literally have to like eat a bunch of protein and stuff and keep working out every day and lots of cardio because I want to lose all my weight and because I want to cut down to a certain weight, which is 160. So, which means you have to like constantly be working out, going to the sauna, and just try eat your just try eat healthy, like proteins and stuff like that.
Vegetables, chicken, not so much beef because that's mostly chicken, broccoli, soup, just any stuff to cut down on weight, on fat, but not muscle. So protein, you always need to have that, for sure.
You guys tried the keto diet yet?
The keto diet? No.
I'd love to though.
I thought about it myself, but never had that willpower, right?
Yeah.
But hey, I'm not training to be a fighter yet.
I'll try it one day, I'll give it a try.
So what other sports you guys into?
Well, here what we usually do is, back at the old gym we had wrestling. We also had, what else? We had like this one girl who used to teach the little kids hula hoops. She'd be crazy at it,
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, and that's all I really remember here. Oh, basketball. We like basketball here, obviously. What else?
We also had a basketball net at our old gym.
Yeah.
They're probably still there.
Yeah. Usually Peter used to take us horseback riding, baseball, snowboarding, a bunch of stuff. Like skiing,
cross-country skiing,
tubing, complex. He would. This guy's phenomenal. He would do anything in his way to, create a big impact in a memory. It's hard to do that nowadays.
Yeah,
Because we got
absolutely.
phones now. Everyone's just be on their phones.
Back at the old gym too, they did like Guardian.
Guardian.
Yeah, they did that.
Well, honestly, I think like the potential is going to be huge, like for the new location, and we actually made a bit of a video showing you guys what's available. The space is, it's like a farm. You just have to plant it and it'll grow.
Grow, yeah, exactly. I love that metaphor.
Let's take a look.
Okay.
So if you check out this building, it all came about through the community, believing in the kids. They gave me about more than 90 grand in less than a week to purchase this building for the kids. So, thank you. Yep, so these are the walls that we want knocked down. And this area, there's like individual rooms back there, but they eventually will open up, and this will be where the heavy bags will be, and where they'll be doing their skipping and stuff like that, exercising. So this will be, all of this will be boxing club. Wow, I'm excited, and it's nice because you've got all these nice high ceilings. Look at the natural light in here.
What's that?
The concession. Look at the star. Stay there, star. Come and see. Go buy something off the concession. That's funny.
Do like a full photography night here.
Absolutely. Yeah, and this room is actually quite large. Actually, to be honest with you, it's the first time I stepped into this room. Yeah, I just looked at it through there, but this is quite a large room. If you really think about it, there's not that much work to do there. There isn't. It looks like that, but I don't think it's that. But that option, and I was talking to friends of mine that are musicians, and I thought, oh, maybe we can revive the sound studio and have bands up here, kids that want to record their music and stuff. They said, that's archaic. Now it's all done with computers and everything.
Yeah.
So what's the purpose? It's too bad. I thought it would have been cool to have the old school recording studio, right? Where would you find that? In there? Oh, wow. I think he's Charlie White. I don't think he's Charlie Brown. I'm sorry. And open that up and have the other part of boxing, which will be the heavy bags, and as well an area where they can jump rope and stuff. So it'll be a very, very large area for the boxing club. But that's a project that's the last project that's upstairs. We're still gonna continue to use the downstairs. We have the kitchen to build. That reminds me, I gotta phone the guy. So the kitchen next, and then this will be third. So, and then we have more on the other side. I mean, the intent here is like, because boxing is really the main theme at the underground, so this space will accommodate nicely, very nicely, to be able to do everything we need to do for the boxing club. And then we have all this extra space, like this is
Have like a little music area.
oh yeah, oh absolutely. Like this, look at the shape of this room. It's almost teepee-like, like, couldn't you do something indigenous here?
Yeah.
I see that here for some reason. I see something here. And then look at all these rooms. There must be about, I didn't count them, but I think there's got to be one, there's 6 individual rooms for as whatever programs you can come up with, they're available. And there's really not, I mean, you look inside. I mean, you know, whatever your imagination can come up with, you can utilize these rooms for, whatever, you know. Yeah, I honestly don't think that it would be difficult to get this thing up and going. And this large room, holy, what the heck can you do with that?
Oh, you could do a dance room.
Yeah, somebody
Big enough
mentioned.
to be-
Right. Hello, welcome back. I'm here with Peter again, and Peter, what would you like to talk? Would you like to talk about all this?
Yeah, so
what it's about?
what we've done, we've had this was initiated many years ago at the old underground, is a donation box outside of our premises, and what we are doing with this is providing necessities like clothes, food, runners, even eyeglasses, whatever we get donated, we put in the box, and then whoever needs it can just come and just access it, maintaining their dignity because they don't have to come in and ask for anything. They can just take whatever they need outside. So here's what, this is just really a small portion of what we're getting. It's actually overwhelming because it's way too much, but we're going to sort it out. We'll figure it out, and then we'll store some of it, and then we'll just keep filling up that box to accommodate the needs. So that's the first thing, but actually this is actually a workout area. Once you clear this, you can see the machines. These are cable machines. We try to separate those from the other section that has free weights. So, but that doesn't mean this is permanent. You know, once we get up and rolling and we get all the kids doing this, we might shift things around, you know, to accommodate the needs, you know. So that's number one.
Perfect.
And are we going further?
Well, when I first came here, you mentioned right off the bat, I just felt a really good atmosphere because I looked at all these rooms and like they're already filled. They were filled.
She's playing. Film her. Oh yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, there's a lot of the individual rooms. This is supposed to be an office, but it definitely is not. It's almost storage.
Yeah.
So the next room you'll see, and there's a bit of chaos here because they're still laying down floor, so we've moved things around to accommodate the folks that are, you know, laying down the floor for us. And of course, everything is done by volunteers, and everything you see has been donated. So, as well as the building, which is so cool, you know, for the community to come together for these children is phenomenal. So yeah, so this room is our computer lab, all refurbished computers that would have normally went in the garbage. Some company called Viper Hawk had put it together, and now we have 10 working computers for the children. And there's a printer if they need to print schoolwork or resumes or whatever.
Yep,
it's cool.
everything.
You know.
That's
Or
perfect.
animals like they've been doing.
Especially for a kid. Oh, right, I saw those.
Oh my God, remember that? About 50 of them?
Right. Yeah, that's
So-
perfect. Like, you know, for the kids who've been here for a long time, they're going into their adulthood.
Yep,
And, like, they need that place to go print off their work.
exactly. So this room will be, we'll call it a video game room. There's a nice big TV that was donated. And so I haven't bought the games like Xbox and whatever, PS4, whatever those things are called. I don't play them, so I have no idea. But I know the kids do, they like it. So, you know, I'm going to give them that opportunity to do that. And then this room is being used for storage right now, but my plan for this room is to have a peer group chill room where, you know, the teens can come and hang out and have a cup of tea or whatever and just chit chat if they have any issues that they can resolve amongst themselves, and get some support. And that's what I want. I wanted something that they can close the door and just have their little, maybe we'll put some blinds up there if they
Talk it
want.
out.
Yeah, talk it out,
Or just like, close the lights and just sit and just relax.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anything that they choose, but I would prefer that it's just them, nobody else is in there, and
Yep.
they're comfortable with each other, and then they can, if
It's
somebody.
up to them. It's up to them to allow.
Correct,
someone-
yeah, so that's what I would like to do, and I've talked to a few of them, and they think it's a good idea, so we'll see.
It's perfect.
Okay. So.
These two.
Yeah, so here will be the craft room. I mean, again, mayhem everywhere, but I mean, actually there's a mom and her daughter that came the other day, and they actually cleaned it all up. It's actually looks pretty, well, this is here because it belongs in the music room, but they were doing the floor. But yeah, they're starting to organize it. There's drawers with paintbrushes and paper and, stuff like that. So it's coming along. And this room is the music room. And again, they just laid the floor on this side today. Yeah, the kids are fooling around. It's okay. So yeah, we're going to have, we've got guitar lessons, we're going to have piano lessons, drumming lessons, and harmonica. So far. And we got a couple of banjos donated, which nobody knows how to play, but
Right.
we might find one
Oh,
somewhere.
there's always someone out there.
Oh, for sure. Another one too is like being the Italian that I am is the accordion. When I get an accordion, that's gonna be cool.
Right.
'Cause I love Cajun music, man. So, yeah, no, I love the fact that at the old underground we had a youth center, one big room, but everything was in that room. We had, the music, all the stuff was on one corner. Then we had pool tables, two of them on the other corner, a library, one computer, the craft table was down at the corner. So everything was together, and there was no real privacy. So when somebody was learning how to play the piano, they had to listen to people talking, playing the pool, so
Boxing.
exactly,
Yeah.
the speed bag. So they can close the door. They got nice and quiet. They can concentrate on their
Practice, yeah.
on what they're learning. So yeah, no, very fortunate to have all these opportunities. And again, there's still more. Got to wait for our cameraman. There he is. So this room will be designated as a tutoring room for I've already got teachers on board that are going to come and help the kids with their schoolwork. Again, it's not set up because the floors were just put in yesterday. So they'll have the privacy as well. I mean, in the old underground, when tutors came to help the kids, they had to go, believe it or not, in the pantry to teach because that's the only quiet place that they could find to teach. And sometimes we were able to keep the kids out of the kitchen, so they were able to use the kitchen table. But that's it? Oh, he's going like this. I don't know what.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, did you want me to get a haircut? Is that what that means? I am getting one. So, and this room, this is a cool one, man, because I didn't even expect this. Hairdresser friend of mine came up and says, "Hey, Peter, man, I'd like to teach your kids hair care." And they can, and I goes, "Are you serious, man? That's pretty cool." So he said, "If you can find me a little room and I'll put a sink in there and we'll get a chair." He's going to put some cabinets and stuff like that. So we designated this room for hairdressing. And the cool part is, I mean, these kids, I mean, if they take to this could be a career for them.
Yes.
And it's not like they need 4 years of university to become a hairdresser, so
Right.
it could be
You
something.
can walk in anywhere and be like, hey, so I had this mentor that teach me how to cut different styles of hair, and they're like,
Yeah.
where? Like, well, at my youth center. That's really.
Yeah, it's
that's
cool. And
wonderful.
and then we do have a second floor.
Mhm.
Once that gets all fixed up, there's even more rooms up there for more opportunities. So really, the sky's the limit
Right.
here. We can do whatever, whoever comes forward and says, "Hey, man, I got this skill that I can offer the children." There you go, man. You got a room. It's yours. Go for it. So, yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, let's move on. I'm not going to show you the toilet, okay? I think you know what a toilet looks like, I think, eh?
Right.
Okay, that's cool. So this is our potential kitchen, which it's actually not that far. The architect should be bringing us the drawings tomorrow, and we're
that's
going to have the
wonderful.
layout. And he's doing all this for free too. Like this is, it's incredible, the volunteers that have come through for this. Everything you see when they're patchwork and walls and everything's like, we have to pay for the material. Again, we pay for the material on donated money. So it's like, it's just one big donation,
Right.
you know? It's pretty cool. So yeah, and this is a fair sized room. We're gonna be able to accommodate the kids. We're gonna have, the carpenter said he's gonna try to build us a really long table with like even just like almost like a picnic table kind of setting, you know, with a bench.
Like
I don't know what they call them. He had a name for it, but I can't remember what
like
it was.
an island? Or, no, that's too high.
No, not an
island
island.
is like-
Yeah, actually they're talking about putting an island in the middle here.
Oh, that's perfect.
But the table would go this way, eh?
Oh, okay, so we like over here.
Yeah,
and-
we'll
yeah.
remove that. But I don't know what the plan is. I just know that the architect is trying to make it as efficient as possible, you
Yes,
know, to
yes.
accommodate everything we need.
You see,
here.
that takes time too.
Yeah,
But I like his vision already, just having like the island right in dead in the center,
Yeah.
where people could, even the kids could learn how to make dishes.
well,
too.
that's exactly
Someone
what we
coming
did
in.
at the old place. We had actually a chef come in 2010, so 11 years ago he came in and he was teaching the kids, you know, cuisine, how to make this, how to make that, and it was pretty cool. I thought that was a pretty good, it's a life skill, right?
Right.
You know, and then once they learn, and the teens actually, Star, she was, I even found money to pay her way back then to cook for the kids,
Right.
you know, so it's giving back, and it's almost like, again, like a family.
Builds character too, just
Oh, totally.
when you make food for people and you just cook it, how you do it, it's all from the heart, you know?
Mhm.
And when you share it with others, it's just
Oh, yeah.
makes you feel so
That's
special,
ex-
especially around here.
Oh, yeah. It's
this
extremely
atmosphere.
gratifying to know that you're actually doing something good for somebody else, you know, like you're giving back. Eh? I like that, because Star's been with me for forever, so she's like my kid. I'm telling you, she really
Beautiful
is.
story. It's a nice story.
Yeah, she's a beautiful person.
She truly is.
Oh, she
Oh,
is.
very talented, just
Yep.
gorgeous.
Yep.
Too.
So this room is obviously the games room, where there's a pool table coming soon.
Oh, they'll love that.
Oh yeah, pool. Yeah, they were actually, there's a pool player, pool shark that came in at the old place again. I'm talking about the old place, came in and taught them how to play pool and stuff. I love pool too. I play pool, and then there's the ping pong table and the foosball and the air hockey. And then this is a pretty busy place. The kids really like this. The little ones like not just the little ones, the teenagers. They love playing ping pong.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's you know, after they had their hard workout when I trained the boxers, you can tell me to shut up anytime, eh? Because I'll go on forever. You know that, eh? I talk. My mouth, if this wasn't for this mask, you see this thing going like this. Like, shut up. Anyway, yeah,
They really-
after the hard workout the other day, the boxing, and then, you know, they were burnt
Just
out,
relax,
but they
yeah.
came in and relaxed. They're sitting on the couch playing
Had a
games.
slice of pizza. You mentioned every
Yeah, they
Wednesday.
have, every Wednesday, Boston Pizza donates. Been doing that for 15 years. That's crazy.
Amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Very crazy generous.
Yeah, it is. I'm, you know, because at that time we were really struggling. We didn't have any money, nothing. I used to buy, like initially when I first started, I was a gym and I was a boxing coach. And then even the gym was all crap. Everything that I had was garbage. It was people were giving me their garbage. I didn't have any good anything. And so we did what we could. But as a coach, I had even old gloves and stuff. But oh my God, so the kids used to come to me and say, Peter, you got something to eat? I goes, no, well, I don't, but why? Like, didn't you eat at supper before you came? Nope. You didn't eat supper? No. Did you eat lunch? No. Did you eat breakfast? No. You didn't eat anything all day? Are you telling me that I didn't even know that actually happened? Like, these kids were hungry. So the next time I went out and bought bread and bologna and salami and stuff, and that's how we started. And then they were hungry. So I built that little kitchen, and that's when that started. And it just grows from the needs of the children. So they wanted to paint, so I built a little area for them to paint. So you just accommodate the needs.
things take time. Everything takes time.
Oh, absolutely,
You
yeah.
know, and look at where you are now.
Yeah, I know.
All
Jesus,
you
I
are
would have
now.
never in my life could I have imagined that this was going to... Actually, to be honest with you, this is the truth. I actually thought I'd be lucky if I lasted 1 year, maybe 2, and that would have been it, you know? So to be here now, it's past 22 years now, almost 22 and a half years. That's just crazy, you know? But once it's established and running efficiently, you know, hopefully somebody will be able to run this thing. They won't run it the same way as me, but as long as they're accommodating the kids and know what the focus is about. I don't want no organization in here.
Yes.
Nobody's going to do that.
Yes.
There isn't going to be a team of people meeting somewhere to, well, how's are we going to do?
Absorbing the place. For their,
Oh, man, no way, man.
Mhm.
You know who I want running this place? I want Brandon running it. I want Star to run this. But those are the ones that have been brought up in the underground and understand the kids because they are the kids and we're the kids. And they're the only ones that understand them. You can't bring somebody in from the outside.
No.
They don't know they don't understand what's going on. And then there's a cultural thing too, you know, so. I mean, I'm fortunate enough to have been accepted and, you know, been able to understand the culture. And, I mean, I am who I am. I'm not going to change for anyone, but it seems to blend well, you know, so the characters blend well, so cool.
It's awesome. I can't wait to see what this place holds, like in story. Already you see it just bursting with opportunity,
Oh, yeah.
and all the characters who come by. Before we started here, actually, I knew this girl, Savannah. She's from.
Oh, you know Savannah?
I
Who's
knew
she?
her. I knew her from high school, and yeah, it's just all these like she had her young little cousin
Yeah,
with
Quill,
her.
yeah,
and it
yeah.
just touched my heart.
I know Savannah's a beautiful girl. She's been with me literally for 15 years, you know, since she was a kid.
Yeah.
And, you know, and you see she's coming back. She's bringing her daughter. It's generational. It's a family. And it continues on and on and on, you know. So it's nice to see the second generation kids coming here. I had one, not yesterday, Tuesday. The first underground baby 15 years ago, he came back. He's 15 years old. He was boxing with me. That's so cool, man. I remember I was training his mother when she was pregnant. We were doing pads together, and here's Stanley in there, and now he's training with me 15 years later. That just blows my mind. That's so cool, you know. And that's what I love. I mean, that's who I am. I'm very family oriented,
Yes.
and I want. Like the other day, we had a hassle with a couple of the kids, and they were arguing and stuff, and they're going, I go, wait a minute, guys, no, there's no negativity here, man. Like, just keep that crap out of here.
Yeah.
I don't want this stuff. This is about a family. We gotta blend together and support each other.
Right.
Not, you know. I don't want that.
No tension,
No,
negativity.
none of that. No. So, but I understand some of the backgrounds, and you know, so it's gonna happen.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you teach those values every day, and it's.
Well, you
and it
try.
shows in Star, it shows in Brandon,
Oh,
it
cool.
shows in Kevin. It's just very wonderful.
Yeah.
And I really want to thank you so much for
Oh.
having us here. This has been really amazing.
Oh no, I thank you for doing this because, you know, I mean, realistically, I mean, I understand the power of media as well. I understand that. I mean, I'm low keyed. I don't really like all this, but I also know that we need it.
Yes.
Without it, we have no exposure. With no exposure, we have no support, and then this is dead. You know what I mean? So, because I have no funding from anywhere,
Right.
you know, so that's my choice, though. I don't want it, you know, because funding comes control.
It comes with rules.
Yeah, and I don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
The kids control this place, not somebody that's giving me money
Right.
is telling me what I'm supposed to do with the children. No, that doesn't work. So yeah, and then the last thing is the gym. So we can. Do you want to go there? I know we talked too much.
That's okay. It's okay. We can end here
Oh,
with everybody. Yeah.
is that good?
Yeah. So thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure. So there you go. This is the last part of it. This is the boxing area, the weight room down in the corner. We got Kevin. We're lifting weights already. Cool, Kevin. Nice. Hey, come on now. You got my 12 there? Have you managed to do the 12 yet? Managed to do 12 on there yet? Is there a 45 on each side? or 35? Oh. They're trying to beat the old man, eh? Like lifting weights. Still can't get me yet. Oh no. The only one is Nick that matched me, eh?
I matched you.
Did you match 12?
12 too. You seen that day.
Oh, that's right
Yeah.
too. Yeah, you did.
Cause look at if I weren't able to, I wouldn't be able to do this thing right here.
Look at this dude. Look at that. Awesome, Kevin. Holy moly. Okay, that's enough. You're showing off now.
Might look skinny, but
Oh, I know. Awesome.
Well, I'm Tamara Gagnon, and well, this is our wrap up. It's okay. I'm in the shot.
She's cool, man. She's cool. Come, start. Come. Oh, you get it on. This girl, she's part of our, she's part of our,
fam jam
part of
now.
the family now. This girl now, part of our family.
Right. Thank you all for joining us.
yeah,
Okay.
sure, 100%.
Good night.